So here we are looking at all of our beautiful, beautiful data, or all of my beautiful, beautiful data. These first two columns are whether or not people were in an online class or had lectures to watch. I don't care about that. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm reluctant to delete data. So we're going to ignore that altogether. And then we have these questions here. You see all the questions are there in that first column. And I'm going to go back over for a second to my survey. And this is my Word version of my survey. And if you look at these first four questions of belief evaluation, you'll remember these were supposed to be -3 to +3, but Google said I had to do 1 to 7, right? So -3 to +3, if we go back real quick to the data, we see that their answers are 7, 4, 7, 6. Those are all impossible answers. That's because, though it should be -3 to +3, Google said I had to do 1 to 7, which means every score is 4 points too high. Right? I hope that makes sense, right? It's 4 points too high because the most it could be should be a +3, but Google let it be a 7. So I had to bring everything down by 4 points. And remember, that's just for these four questions because every variable in theory plan behavior, right? You have belief evaluation, positive or a negative to positive scale, multiplied by a 1 to a 7, right? All positive. And then we're doing the our subjective norms, right? It's -3 to +3, right, for the normative belief, and then our motivation to comply is a 1 to a 7, right? So there's always that negative positive scale is paired with the all positive scale. Just keep that in mind. We don't want to convert everything over. So how do I do that? I'm back in Excel, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a column right here. And this is really simple. What we're going to do, and I'm going to rename this BE1 because belief evaluation 1. I'm going to rename it so I know what it is. And I'm going to do equal sign. And then so I put an equal sign, and then I'm going to click here. And do you see what it did? It still says for equal sign. Now it says C2, and that is this cell right here is C2. So equal sign C2, right? I was in there. Equal sign C2, and then -4. And I hit enter. See what it did? It says 3. And if you look up here, you can see the formula, equal sign C2 -4. So what it did was it took, that's a mathematical equation I just did there, right? So whatever is in cell C2, subtract 4. And I did that for that one, and you're saying, oh my gosh, do I have to do it for every cell? Actually, it's very easy now. So I clicked on that formula I like. I'm going to do a copy. I'm going to do a copy this way. You can do, of course, just do Control-C. I'm going to stretch it all the way down, everything there. Then I'm going to do a paste, right? And you see it didn't paste a 3 everywhere, right? If you look at it, it didn't paste a 3 everywhere. It copied over that formula, right? And that's all I did. And so by doing that, it cleaned that one up. And so I remember I'm not very interested in that one anymore. I'm going to sort of shrink it down. You can do that if that's helpful to you. I like to shrink them down. If you want to, you can color them, right? It's a dark gray, so you know, don't look at that one anymore. And that's how I did it. So the rest of this video, I'm just going to do it a few more times just so you can see the repetition of it. So go, insert. This is the item BE2. Actually, I'm going to go and well, here, I'll write it formula out again. I could copy it from the first place, but equal sign, this cell, -4. Enter. And it made it a 0, which is what it should be. To copy that, and paste the entire row. There's my paste. It has done that. And then, so I don't pay much attention to that column anymore, I'm going to do that. I know that this is the real data and this is the real data. I'm going to do it one more time in case you've missed seeing it, but that's all this lecture is, just showing you how to convert your data. BE3 now, and equal sign, right, the next cell over, -4, enter, Control-C, stretch down, Control-V, so I don't pay much attention to that column anymore, gray, and that, my friends, is it, and I'm going to do that not for belief strength, because this is another belief evaluation here. These are my belief strength questions. I won't be doing it for them. I will, however, begin doing it then for over here, which is normative beliefs, right? My professor thinks, my fellow classmates think, etc. And I'll do the same thing for them. So that is how you transform any data from Google Forms that's all positive into negatives and positives.